I've finally found it. After 15 years, the Scroll of Truth. Religion is responsible for more deaths than any video game ever. Yeah. They say video games make you violent, but hundreds of years ago we burned people alive for being witches. So probably humans are just garbage. If video games make you violent, does Monopoly make you a millionaire? Ohio lawmaker blames Dayton shootings on gay marriage, marijuana, video games. You are not a clown, you are the entire circus. Japan has more video games than America, and their gun violence is at an all-time low. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. Banning guns in real life, banning guns in video games. How the media sees my grandma after she plays Candy Crush. Person playing a violent video game, same person in real life. When American moms jump from vaccines cause autism to video games cause violence. Video games cause violence, me taking care of my fields. Video games are too violent for children. Ready to go hunting, Junior? The media when the shooter got bullied, the media when the shooter played video games. Middle-aged man struggles not to kill everyone around him while he plays a video game. Colorized, 2019. Let's see what the real reason is. Bad parenting, bullying, lack of emotional support, and death threats? Must be video games. Now I know why all those things happened. Media saying video games cause violence. Me building a house for my wife and kids in Skyrim. There's a strong link between violence and video games. Violence causes video games. For example, new study shows that there is no link between violent video games and aggression in teenagers. Turns on PC to play games. There are no mass shootings in Japan because there are no video games there. You are not a clown, you are the entire circus. Japan if video games were connected to mass shootings and violence. Video games, social media, and violent movies create violence. Studies have disproven that. How to recognize a stroke. Twisted mouth, arm paralysis, incoherent speech. People when they learn that there was violence before video games. Politicians again blame video games for shootings despite evidence. Said one expert, the data on bananas causing suicide is about as conclusive. Everyone disliked that. Video games cause mass shootings. Who play Farming Simulator, peace was never an option. Grows up playing Halo and Call of Duty, but doesn't murder everyone they meet as an adult. That's a twist. Pimples? 0. Blackheads? 0. Shootings that were actually caused by video games? 0. Video games cause violence. Am I a joke to you? Admits he played Wii Sports when he was 10. Interesting. Video games cause violence. Actually, many games are modeled and inspired by real-life wars and weapons. So technically, violence causes video games. Have been violent for thousands of years. Are created only 40 years ago. Middle-aged white moms. Coincidence? I think not. Terrorists preparing the next mass shooting, colorized. Economy in ruins. Planet is literally dying. Boomers and media looking who to blame. Video games. If video games were banned, violence would skyrocket. Video games cause violence. Me just playing Uno with friends. Politician blames video games for shootings. Teenagers, shut the hell up, boomer. The amount of shootings actually caused by games. It's blank. Americans after playing a violent video game.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
Aren't video games meant for entertainment? Media. Yup. And multiple studies have shown that there's no link between them and violence. Media. Yup. So then the shooters must have had a mental condition that led them to kill people. That makes sense to me. Then stop blaming video games. But they cause violence. A bunch of studies that say that video games have nothing to do with mass shootings. The media. Politician. Mass shootings. Blame video games. The shooter once played Wii Sports. The media. Oh, you think video games cause violence? Please tell me how peaceful the crusade was. Me waking up and heading into my closet to get ready for school after a night of video games with the boys. Facts. Video games aren't bad. You just suck at keeping mass shootings under control. Interviewer. What were the reasons you chose on a life of being a killer? Psychopath. I was physically abused by my parents and mentally depressed in my childhood. Anything else you'd like to add to this statement? I played Mario Kart for 2 weeks. Moms. Video games are what's causing violence. Me thinking about what I should name my llama in Minecraft. The moment Hitler picked up his first video game controller and became obsessed with killing. How gamers fish in the eyes of the media. When people start blaming video games for violence again.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Violence is caused by video games. Please let me know what video games people have been playing for the last 5,000 years then. Teens going to school after playing one game of Tetris. Legislators. Video games cause mass shootings. Anyone with a brain. Next, you'll say I was only pretending to be retarded. Violence is caused by video games. Please let me know what video game people have been playing for the past 5,000 years. Video games cause violence. Me trying to follow traffic laws in GTA. My mom saying video games cause violence. Me taking care of my puppies in Nintendogs. Middle-aged white people when they find out a mass shooter had Temple Run on his phone. When you ban video games but mass shootings still happen. The media when they find out a mass shooter played the Google dinosaur game. National tragedy happens. People who hate video games because they're too stupid to figure out how to play them. When the boomers ban all video games and there are still mass shootings. Mission failed. When they blame video games for mass shootings, but there were plenty of attacks before video games even existed. Ah yes, enslaved terrorism. School shooter didn't play a single game in his entire life. Parents, this is beyond science. Politicians grasping at straws, trying to blame mass shootings on gamers. The lack of evidence. Gamers drink water. Mass shooters drink water. Politicians. Coincidence? I think not. Video games don't cause violent crime. Research indicates that, if anything, it's the opposite. Maybe I don't want to be the bad guy anymore. The boomers right now. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture.